I was 6 years old when it became ingrained in my brain that between the pages of beauty magazines and TV screens lied an image of what was destined to be me. Hourglass bodies and sun-kissed skin, pretty stomachs, bright eyes, and sugar-white teeth. There was a perception in my mind that beauty was only found in faraway places where I did not belong, but I would someday. It was only a matter of time. 16 years old woke me with a start, dreams shattered like the girl that had stared and stared in the bathroom mirror. I had waited, and yet what I saw in myself defied what I had always known I was meant to be. I was torn like the magazines that for years had assured me that I would be the image of perfection. Confidence was nothing but a vision of skipped meals and diet pills, counting calories and fat content. Nights where tears drowned out my dreams and my stomach was full with self-loathing and false hope. I thought that I would never be beautiful. Staring into the mirror became something of a routine. Frowns tentatively turned into shy, reassuring smiles, a kind song for myself that I chanted over and over. I am my own beautiful. I am my own beautiful. I am my own beautiful.
Let's talk about how things weren't always great. I mean, I saw the looks on their faces. It isn't that hard to tell I wasn't bold enough, but they were. Children don't make jokes, they said. This won't affect my state of mind, I promise. Well, promises are meant to be broken just like a mother can hit her child, leaving me with bruises. You see, she affected my state of mind.
Let's talk about how people will beat and hate you. Never really understood what I did to be treated like I wasn't worth it. Like people made me hate myself, like I'm nothing but what you say I am. And if I was to go today, nobody would miss me, like damn.
Let's talk about how my mother's words seeped into me saying, what am I supposed to do? Just sit around and mope because I don't have my kids? No. But if you loved me enough, maybe I could love myself, and it's 40 degrees outside and I'm wearing a sweater while you're wearing a thick-ass jacket.
Let's talk about how people will say your life is like a stand on this earth. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna hurt, but you gotta learn life isn't as happy-go-lucky as you want it to be, and you gotta learn to embrace your flaws.
We are living proof of a resurrection, a body that loves itself, a dream that keeps on dreaming, because maybe, just maybe, our Let's Talk About It will get through to you.
The browns of my eyes made me feel dirty. They felt tainted by the hundreds of years of oppression my ancestors had to face as mulattoes, as mixed beings in a place that condemned their existence. And now they feel tainted by the stereotypes that do nothing but harm and box me in. We're expected to suffer in silence, to never voice our torture, to never let people know of our struggle. We're expected to create a shroud of ignorance for those who have never been in our position. We're expected to serve their agenda and adhere to their standards, to accept the butchering of our names, to wish away the aspects of our culture that make us who we are.
Students are always making fun of my name. It's not like I'm the only one with that name. I have cousins and a grandmother with a similar name. All of us were named after grandma. Another thing is, when someone laughed at me because I was wearing a dashiki, like I'm not African, which I am. I'm from a country, a city that has a store that sells dashikis. I'm from Mauritania.
We wash away who we want to be with the whites of our tired eyes and replace it with a flood of violent shame. For who we are and what we are expected to be can never coincide with our own self-comfort.
They teased, laughed, and insulted my ethnic background, what I ate, the music I listened to, and the clothes I would wear. They made me feel ashamed and afraid to embrace what makes me who I am. Now, they want to embrace the clothing patterns, the hairstyle, the music, and the dances, but they didn't want to embrace me.
And that only serves to anger the enigma of our struggle. The enigma is what we're taught to ignore. We're taught to fall in line and ignore the outlier that the enigma represents. But when the enigma of our silent struggle begins to plaster itself in front of our faces, in the form of breaking news, in court rulings, and mass shootings, we begin to break down.
When I was in the 5th grade, I can remember me talking to another student about the radical ways of Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement. And then my white social study teacher told me that nonviolence and pacifism was the only thing that helped slaves and black people of the 60s, and told me to stop telling such lies and not to tarnish the struggles of my own people.
We break down into the millions of particles, and we protest the causes of our suffering. And like particles that gather into dust in the presence of the sun, we may be admired, but ultimately we're wiped away as a nuisance.
Are we a joke to you? Why can you not stand us? You take our style, our music. Do you like us to a certain extent? If so, then what extent would that be? When you need us, we're there. You call, we decide to help. We give you power. We are your power, and never undermine that.
And the horrors that we face today are a consequence of the fact that we are dealing with things we should have confronted years ago. But the taboo nature of oppression stems from a seed that was unwillingly planted and grown in a garden of deceit and lies and hatred. And if we don't stop tending a landscape that nurtures unfair and racist ideologies while suppressing the growth of innovative and powerful movements, I doubt love will ever be given a chance to flourish. Any love we may have for ourselves, or our sisters, or our brothers, extinguished like the last flickering breath of a dying flame, gone. But with love, it will be lit again.